What are the different stages of buying property in Singapore? Hi there, my name's Fraser and I'm your property consultant and advisor. Drop a like and subscribe down below so you can get notified whenever I upload new content. So you're interested in buying a property but not quite sure where to start or the process? Well, let me help you break it down into simple steps which you can follow in your own property hunt, and I'll also throw in a couple of tips here and there. So first off, ask yourself, why are you buying this property? Is it a new home for you and your family to live in? Are you upgrading to a bigger property? Or are you downgrading to a more affordable property? Or is this an investment property for you to generate passive income? Whether shown here or not, whatever category you fall into, the main thing to consider is what objective you are looking to achieve. If you're taking a loan for your property, contact your preferred bank to get an in-principle approval for a loan. With just a short call, they'll assess your financial details to give an estimated figure on your maximum eligible loan amount. Take your time to compare the loan packages from other banks and see who offers the most competitive packages. Once you've figured out the financials and the budget, you should have a ballpark property price in mind now. Also important to take note, whichever law firm you engage to handle your property purchasing, be sure that they are also in the bank's approved panel of law firms. If you're upgrading from a HDB to a private property, you need to make sure your minimum occupation period has been met. Do you need to sell your current property to purchase the next one? And do you need to move in immediately? Also consider if you have enough runway ahead of you to consider buying a new launch development still under construction. It's time to consider your ideal location. This can vary depending on your objectives too. Like, for example, whether you're looking to live in this property yourself or to achieve passive income, I believe these factors can all be considered for both. Rental yield and capital appreciation potential. Ease of access to public transport. Amenities are very important, like supermarkets, restaurants, shopping malls, and other things. Proximity to work and ease of connectivity to work. And of course, if you have children, then proximity to schools can also be factored in too. Make sure to really research the listing information. Is the asking price too high? Are the sellers sincere? Or are they just trying their luck by marking up their prices? Is the asking price too low? Is there some hidden issue with the unit, like pests, noisy neighbors, bad facing? Make sure to find out all these details. If you're considering a new launch development, does the price align with other new developments in the same area? Really study the floor plan thoroughly. Check if the layout is space efficient. Things like long hallways, oversized balconies, bay windows, and even abnormally shaped rooms can take away from your actual usable space. Pictures, videos, and floor plans can only get us so far, so now is your chance to get a good feel of the space in person. In the case of resale properties, an important part of the viewing is to also inspect the condition of the unit. Look for signs of wear and tear, things that are broken, leaks, as essentially you would be buying this property in its current condition. When viewing a new launch show flat, more often than not, the particular unit you might be interested in won't actually be represented by the units in the sales gallery. The units will also be dressed up by an interior designer, which most of the time won't be included in the actual property. In the case of a resale property, these are the standard steps. Your offer should be formally sent via a letter of offer to the sellers, together with a consideration of 1% deposit in the form of a check or cashier's order in the name of the sellers. Be prepared to do some haggling, because negotiation is a natural part of buying resale property, and reaching a mutual agreement can sometimes take a little bit of time. If the sellers accept your offer, they'll send you a signed option to purchase agreement, also known as the OTP. Do note that at this point, if you decided to back out, you will forfeit your 1% deposit. Once the OTP is received, you'll have 2 weeks to exercise it. Exercising the option means to countersign the OTP and prepare another check or cashier's order for a further 4% only this time in the name of the seller's law firm's conveyancing account. Within the next 14 days after the OTP is exercised, arrange with your law firm to assist with the stamp duty payment process. Make sure your law firm also applies for CPF usage if you decided to use your CPF for stamp duty payment fees and completion payment. All that's left now is to wait until the completion date, which is typically around 10 to 12 weeks after the settlement of the option to purchase. Completion is settled at the seller's law firm's office, where the final payment is made. Once complete, the law firm will hand you the keys to the property, and you're now officially the new owners. In the case of a new launch property, the process is a little bit different. First, there'll be a booking fee. Instead of 1% deposit as in the case of resale, you'll pay 5% booking fee to receive the option to purchase. The OTP should then be forwarded to your banker and law firm and exercised within the next 2 weeks. After the OTP is settled, you'll receive a sales and purchase agreement. If you're using a loan, then at this point you should have the bank's signed letter of offer already, at which point you'll meet with your law firm to exercise the sales and purchase agreement within 2 weeks. 8 weeks from the date the option to purchase was exercised, you'll pay a further 15% for completion. Stamp duty settlement would be the same as in the case of a resale property. Unique to purchasing a new launch development is the progressive payment scheme. After completion, the developer will call for further payments of varying amounts depending on the stage of construction. So, there you have it. These are the typical stages you'll go through when buying property in Singapore. Of course, there will be many variations to each step depending on different situations. But to go through every possible scenario is going to make this video painfully long, and I don't want to put myself or you through that. Just know that having a trusted property consultant on your side can honestly save you a lot of time and hassle. Plus, having their experience and insights readily available will help you navigate common pitfalls that many usually find themselves in due to lack of planning or understanding. If you liked what I covered in this video, check out some of my other videos and maybe you'll find something else useful. If you want to get in touch with me personally to learn more about what you should be looking out for on your own property journey, feel free to connect with me via any of the social media links in the description below. So, until next time, ciao for now.